Kia ora guys, gals, and legionnaires. Rycon here, and welcome back to Let's Roleplay Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. Leif's Tale. I almost said dusk. Not quite. No, we're back with Leif, and he looks a little different. I've given him a beard to make him a little bit more unique than just the default pawn that we have there. Pawn, as in P-A-W-N, not the other. Anyway, you've also taught me how to say bow, so that's cool, that's something new. And you'll notice that next to Leif, he has a camera. I went ahead and got his camera in there because I think it did make sense for him to still have that. So for you that were asking, for those of you who were asking where his camera was, there it is. It was there all along. He had it stashed next to his shelter, which we now have a... well, something of an icon for. So this is the one that I had in my memory banks of what it actually did look like. Unfortunately, it seems to be standard that it's set on a winter tile. So unfortunately, that's why the background is white. I'm not sure how to change that right now, but it's something that I might look into down the line. But as you can see, it's just a basic A-frame shelter with the pine bows covering it. Another thing that we had confirmed in the comments was that the shallow pit will spread fire. So we don't want to have more than 2 logs in there at any one time, otherwise that could be very, very bad for us. We could dig a deep pit, and to be able to do that we would need a stone shovel. However, we don't have the ability to make a stone shovel yet. So what I think we're going to want to try and do today is try our luck with some of the bushes that are around us, see what we're able to find around us, and then go out on a little bit of a hunt. I don't think we've got anything in our hands right now, so we are going to set out and hope, we're going to cross our fingers essentially that we're going to be okay here. There's flurries at the moment, so it's not outright snowing, but it's not super great, you know. It could be a lot better. We've found some wild vegetables. The fire has just gone out. That is perfectly fine. We do still have some logs over there that we want to be bringing back, and I think I am going to be throwing things more often. So like if we grab that, unfortunately the heavy sticks we're not going to be able to throw very well. We can't throw them far at all. But we want to be throwing items like the wild vegetables, etc. We want to be throwing those back just because it's going to help improve our throw, and it's a little faster than us just wandering around. Oh, we have to throw them individually though, so that's something for us to keep in mind. So we'll get them back as close as we can by throwing, and if we go to our character screen, we will see that we actually have improved our throwing by doing that. Yeah, throwing is at 5%, so there you go. It is helping improve it slowly but surely. Okay, yeah, let's totally do that. But we do need to have them in our hands though, so we'll go ahead and just throw a few of those back. It means it's going to be easier for us to just collect them afterwards. And at the same time, it's going to get us better at throwing, which I think is going to be a tool that we are using a fair amount. And it might even allow us to learn how to make throwing sticks, which is something that I would usually do for this kind of playthrough. So yeah, we don't want to overdo it with our harvesting of these because they take 3 days to rot, so we don't want them to disappear. So we need to keep that in mind. We don't want to kind of take too much from the area. At the same time though, we're not only going to get wild vegetables from these bushes, so I'm hoping to be able to find some other things. We could get lucky. It's kind of a random chance as to what you can get from them. I don't think we can learn any more survival skills by just searching in these bushes. It will tell us. We didn't find anything in there, so we might be able to learn a little bit from foraging. Let's see. Oh, there we go. We can now see that we're not going to learn anything, and we actually did get a paper wrapper, and you know what? That can be useful because it's not something that we can produce ourselves. So we're going to go ahead and throw that back as far as we can. Okay, and we're going to go and check these bushes as well. Oh yes, a glass bottle. Holy crap, that is a big deal. That is a massive deal. It has a boiling quality of 1. This is such a huge deal. I feel like Leif would be in tears right now because this is huge for us. We have no way of boiling water before now. Now we can boil water, and that is such a huge deal. That is a massive, massive boon for us. Although the only thing is that you need to be able to purify water in something. Well, you need to transfer it to something, but at least we can use that to cook, so we could kind of almost infinitely do it. So as long as we just drank the water right afterwards, we'd be able to deal with our thirst. That is so good. And now what we're going to be able to do is that we can probably make a sealed stomach if we can kill a creature that has a stomach. So that's just awesome. I'm very, very happy with that find. We're going to leave everything just staggered about for now. We are going to need to eat something eventually though. While the weather is still kind of okay-ish, we are going to stay out here and exploring around some of these bushes to see what else we can find. Because finding that glass bottle, that is just, I imagine that's a huge mood boost for our friend here. We're going to grab those eggs. We are going to come up here and just throw them back. Let's hope they don't crack. They won't crack. But we're going to go ahead and throw them as far as we can. And let's actually check and see where our throwing skill is at. Where did that one go? I legitimately have no idea where that one went. It might be stacked, it's just not showing us. Throwing is at 15%, so it is slowly going up. Okay, we didn't find anything in there. We'll just quickly check these ones. I don't want to be doing this the entire day, but hey, got some garlic cloves. Wow, 24, okay. Yeah, oh no, we're not gonna throw those because 24 is just too many. But we can use those in cooking, so that's really, really cool. Awesome, okay, so from here, what do I want to do? I think I want to go back and grab our cudgel. And I think we want to see if we can do a little bit of hunting and get our first kill out here in the wilds. Let's see what we've got. And you know what, while we're out here, we'll be checking those occasionally. So we do have a squirrel, a lemming, and a groundhog. They're all pretty small game, and game that's going to be very hard for us to just chase down, because as you can see, they start fleeing pretty much right away. This groundhog is kind of hanging around for a little bit, or is it a lemming? I think it might be a lemming. But closer to the water here, that's what I'm after. Okay, I can see them now, beavers. There's two of them together though, and we need to be slightly mindful of beavers because they can become aggressive. And we don't want that, because obviously they're hunting fish. They might look at us and go, you know what, we want you to stay away from here. Oh, okay, we're actually losing our stamina because of the cold. Holy crap. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, you can see our speed has dropped down to 25. We're actually going to need to head back. We can't be out in this weather. You see how our stamina is dropping down? That is incredible. And that's just from the cold. I haven't seen that before. I've never seen that before, and our legs are actually starting to take damage. This isn't good. Okay, we need to get back right now and start a big fire. Holy moly. Okay, well, my plans of getting that sorted isn't going to happen, so we can get back, and we are going to be able to eat some of the food that we have back here. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and drop that cudgel to the ground, and I want to grab everything that's around us and just shift it up a square from us. So let's just start shifting all of those, and go ahead and shift, let's go to there. Shift all those wild vegetables. We want to go ahead and grab all of these really quick. Okay, yeah. It was rising for a second, our temperature, but that's just because we were getting closer to home. Okay, transfer. Okay, alright. Let's get everything that is beneath us at the moment and transfer it into our home. And then everything that is down there. Just so we have everything close to us now. Okay, I think we left maybe one other thing down there. No, nothing too important. But we are going to have to grab some of those logs to be able to get this fire started, so... Okay, we have got a little bit of our speed back. Oh, because it's gone to drizzling rather than the flurries. The flurries was just making it too cold for us. Like, way, way, way too cold. So we're going to go ahead, drop that over there. Let's go and grab that. So we might still be able to go out there, maybe, but I think I want to try and deal with our thirst first. So we're going to drop those two in there. We're going to go ahead and get that fire started. I believe 2 is still okay. For safety's sake, I feel like we should just do the 1, but we need to find out one way or another, so we're going to go ahead and get that fire started. Okay, alright, so from here, let's just double check on the fire and see how that is doing. So if we go across to there, we should be able to see it. Fire. What are you doing now, fire? You're a small fire. Okay, that's good. So we should theoretically be able to purify some water. We're going to go drop that up there. I'm going to grab the glass bottle. Wield the glass bottle. So standing here, so we're still under cover. Theoretically, we should be able to make some clean water. And as you can see, we can make a whole heap of clean water. So I'm probably going to want to try and make 10 clean water. And it's going to ask us, okay, we actually need to have something to store it in. Okay, we can make 1, and we consume it right away. So I think that's the way we're going to have to do it. We might be able to make more than one, because how much can it put in there? 6? No, 5? Because I'm not quite sure what space. Okay, we can do 3 at a time. Go ahead and consume that clean water. We'll not be able to finish it all. Oh wow, we're actually slaked. So good. So freaking good. Well, I hate to waste it. Pour into container, glass bottle. We'll keep it in there for now. But the glass bottle we can use to actually boil the vegetables that we've got there as well, to make cooked vegetables. We can't do that right now. So I think I might need to empty that out. So we're going to go and empty it out. That's because while that's unfortunate, it's not the end of the world. There we go. Empty that. Pour on the ground just there. That's fine. Okay, so now that that's empty, let's have a look and see if we can do anything else. No, we can't do anything with them yet. Okay, so what are we going to need to do? Cooked vegetables. Cooked wild vegetables. Okay, it needs to be cooking of 2 or more, so it's not actually boiling them. Okay, well, at the very least we know now, but that's slaked for now, so that makes me damn happy. We're going to leave that, and I think we're going to try and go out. We are going to grab our cudgel again and attempt to brave the wilds. There is a squirrel to our northeast. We're going to leave the shelter and hopefully not get completely smashed by the weather here, because that can very well happen. We're just going to check these as we're going. Okay, bird's eggs, nice. We found 5 bird's eggs, which is really quite cool. We're just going to drop the cudgel, and because we're so close to home, I'm going to grab those bird's eggs, and we're just going to run back real quick. Because the bird's eggs, like we did before, we can just eat them raw if we need to. Be better for us to hold on to them though, as long-term food sources. Grab that cudgel again. And the newspaper is something that we might use, potentially. But we're going to head down. I would very much like to try and take down one of the beavers, but we just don't want to be dealing with them together. Especially if there's a chance that we could be really feeling it. See if I can lure one off from the other. Okay. Alright. Beaver, beaver, beaver. Can I get your attention? We're getting close to it, and that might be enough to antagonize it. If we have a look at it now, it's still a neutral creature that is aware of us, so we want to try and get a little bit closer to it. What we don't want to have happen is have both of them go at the same time. Ignoring, okay. How do I get you to attack us, Beaver? We're going to yell out at you. Oh, wow, okay, yeah, that made you go hostile. What about your friend? That's what I'm concerned about, is if we have both. Okay, so you're tracking at the moment. How about you track right into this bush? Oh, there we go, it worked. Okay, so the bush itself, the movement cost is 400, so that means that this thing is really slowed. Unfortunately, we don't have any skill with this as a bashing weapon, so we're not going to be very good at hitting things, but we are still going to try. We managed to hit the beaver quickly for 7 damage, and a quick strike is good. Okay, we're actually pretty good, it turns out. Where's the other beaver? Because we're on a bit of a roll. While we're here, oh, there's another 2 of them. Okay, yeah, they're too close together. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw our cudgel. We're going to throw it up there. We're going to grab this beaver, and we're going to run with that corpse back to base. So we're going to leave the cudgel there for now, because I'm okay with that. And we are going to actually run, even though I said we were running, we weren't. Okay, let's get back. And the fire is still going, which is awesome. That's great. Let's go ahead, drop you on the ground. It is bruised, so it's a little damaged, unfortunately. Can we butcher you? Choose to butcher the paper wrapper? No. What would we get if we butcher the paper wrapper? I guess just bits of paper, I'm assuming. Let's grab the stone knife. How much do we have left in there? 2 burnt heavy sticks. We don't want to put anything more than that in there right now, because we could push the fire to being too large. So we get some usable bones, which is nice. We get a stomach, which is great, and we get some half-stable flesh as well. So we want to go ahead and cook that up right away, and we're going to be using our pointy stick to cook that. Let's see. Boiled stomach, we can make a boiled stomach, but what we're actually going to want to try and do is make that stomach into a sealed stomach. So let's cook the meat for now. We didn't get any offal from that, surprisingly enough. There we go, all that meat is on the ground. We're going to go ahead and eat it. It's nice and hot, and oh, that must feel so good to have our first real meal like that. We are still hungry though, so unfortunately Yeah, that's a thing. Can't do much about that. We still have the cattail stalks nearby. I don't think we can cook those yet. No, we can't. So let's have a look. We want to search for a sealed stomach. Okay, so to do this, we need 2 strings or 4 withered plants, and we can definitely do that. So to get the withered plants, we just need to smash some bush, pretty much. And to do that, we're probably going to go up from here, because we don't want to be bashing anything that's too close to home, just because it makes them disappear forever. And there is always a chance you can find new things in bushes. And so, because these are so close to each other, I am probably going to want to try and spend a bit of time getting as many as we can while we're here. Okay, we haven't got a huge amount of withered plants, but we've got some. Better than nothing. Okay, that was actually pretty piss poor, really. Okay, we want to start shifting them across. Grab all of those. Let's see, how am I going to shift you? Let's shift you down there for now. Okay, grab all of you together. Fantastic. And let's start moving you across. Okay, just going to start easing it down like so. Back down towards base. We can pick up the pine bow and the wild vegetable along the way. We need to go to that side there. Yep, that still works for me. Shifting. Okay. Oh. Are we not grabbing everything? We should have grabbed those then. There we go. There we go. We shifted everything over there. No, let's go ahead and put everything a little bit closer to base. Definitely not in the fire though. We don't remove things into the fire. Okay. Excellent. So, standing here, we should have got a few withered plants out of that. 6. Okay, so that is enough for us to be able to do this. So, is it going to be under survival? It is! Fantastic. Oh, okay, we can make a few different things here now. Crack pipe, apparently we can make out of the glass bottle. We don't want to do that, no. Bone needle is something that we want to make, but we might wait until it gets a little bit darker because, yeah, we don't be crafting too many things during the day when we can be out exploring. Even the sealed stomach is something that we can do later, but it means that we can kind of store water in there, and I think that's going to be better for us. Yeah. How much can it store? Volume 25. We can store 1.5 liters of water, which is awesome. How long is it going to take us to make? 30 minutes. It's just all round worth it, so we're going to go ahead and use it. And we've actually managed to warm ourselves up while we're sitting here as well. So that's great news for us. We still have the glass bottle nearby, so I think we're going to go ahead and pick it up, come over here, and see if we can make some more water. Go make some clean water. How much are we going to make? 6. We can make 6. Pour it into the sealed stomach. Oh, and we got cooking to 1. Yes! Fantastic. Okay. That's something. We are still very hungry. So what else do we have on that square there? That's the sealed stomach. Okay. I wonder, can we store anything else in that? Can we store more? Portion 6, because there's 6 water in there at the moment. Yep. So that's the stomach that we're seeing there at the moment, I think. It's on top. Yep, it is. Okay, can we make any more water? I'm just curious. We can boil eggs now. Well, I'll be damned. Brilliant. And so that's from having this little glass bottle. That has just done so much for us. It's a big, big deal. We can get pine nuts as well from the pine cones. That gives us some nutrition, and it's probably going to give us some vitamins as well, right? It doesn't say that it does, but I imagine it would. Okay, maybe not. Okay. Whoa, a boiled egg takes 2 seasons to rot from full freshness. Holy crap. Okay. Well, how long did the regular eggs last? Because they lasted like 38 days, right? 28 days. Okay, well, it's worth us actually boiling them because they're going to survive for so much longer. 2 seasons. I mean, we're 30 seasons each, so that's 60 days that's going to be able to last for. So that's pretty damn impressive. But let's focus. We're going to try and do water for now. Okay, can we... Let's see, we'll go down a few more. 6 might be the max. Pour into glass bottle. Okay, so that's the maximum amount of water that we can have on us. So let's drink from the glass bottle first. We got slate. Brilliant. Okay. Let's go ahead and drop that down there. How is that fire doing? Can I see? There's nothing else in it right now, so it is going to die soon. That's okay. I think we're going to grab that cudgel, which is actually still down there, and we're going to go and see if we can pick up some more meat. Take down another beaver if possible, because unfortunately, well, we got some bone out of that, but we didn't get any hide. And I honestly don't know whether or not we can get hide from beavers. I feel like they're too small of an animal for us to be able to get that, but we could try. Cudgel, there you are. It's getting towards the end of the day though, so we can't be too over the top with this. Okay, we'll wield the cudgel. Yeah. Oh, we were running, so let's just let our stamina come back. They're just watching the fish down there. I think watching me at the same time. Any other beavers down this way? We've got some ducks. Yeah, we're not going to get what we need from ducks, unfortunately. Dog. We would from a dog, but, well, potentially. And I would hate to do it, but... Well, here's the thing. A dog can be just as dangerous as a wolf. It's not going to be immediately hostile towards us, but it can be. Let's go ahead and yell at it. Let's see, you are currently ignoring us, so you're not tracking yet. What we want to try and do is use these trees if possible. So we're going to have to get close to get its attention. It's still ignoring. Either that or we're just going to have to wait until we can get it onto a bush to try and attack. Okay, you're still ignoring us. I mean, you could be... I don't think we're going to be able to get you to be our friend. I would love for that. But I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. It's not going to be a happy ending for us, doggo. We are following us around. You are just ignoring us. I feel terrible. I feel really bad doing this, but we have a very limited amount of resources around here, and that dog could really help us out. I'm sorry, dog. Okay, we managed to hit it really well. Okay, we missed it. It is fleeing. But it's probably going to come back, because that's generally how dogs work in this, is that they will use hit and run tactics. It has got our arm. We aren't bleeding, but we need to be very careful at the same time. Okay, we managed to hit it again. It is pretty damn damaged. Okay, and it's done. Okay, we're going to have to leave the cudgel here. So this is going to be at the edge of the forest. We just need to remember that. And we're going to go and throw the cudgel. We could throw the cudgel at the squirrel. I doubt that that's going to kill it. We can try though, right? Yeah, didn't think so. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and grab the dog corpse and we're going to bring that back with us. And we just need to remember that the cudgel is down here, just before the river. Okay. We can stack a decent number of rocks as well, and that's something that we might want to try and do so that we can actually get this rock fireplace up and running. Okay. We're going to stay here. We're going to grab the stone knife, because we're still very hungry right now, and see if we can deal with that. And dog. Okay. Right, so we did get some bones. We got another stomach out of that. So I don't know whether or not we want to make another sealed stomach. It would mean that we'd be able to have water just on standby. It's going to take more resources to be able to do that, though. That's the thing. And what we should probably do, now that I think about it, is we should try and get some wood while we're here. So we're probably going to use these trees that are down here. We're going to grab that heavy stick, and we're just going to start bashing these trees here, because we're going to need this wood to get through the night. That, and it's going to clear a little bit of a path for us anyway. So we're going to start shifting all of those up, like so. Okay, and we'll actually just shift them across for now. Okay, there we go. That's not a bad spot. Let's deal with our hunger now if we can. And let's have some of the water, which is still in the glass bottle, to deal with our thirst. I mean, I guess we're always pretty close to being actually under it altogether. Shallow pit, that's what we want to do. Just one or two. We can put two in it, and it does last for a lot longer, but I think I'm going to go out again before the sun sets. So we'll go drop the cudgel just for now. Oh, that's a heavy stick rather. So we'll grab that and drop it over with the others. And we need to grab our fire starter, which is up here, it would seem. Fire drill, perfect. Activate you, and make sure that we are starting it on the right square, because it would be disastrous if we weren't. And let's go across to food. We can make cooked cattail stalks. Fantastic, that's good. That's really good. 2 days to rot from full freshness. The cooked meat we are going to make first though, because I think that's going to have much more of a chance to go off. And we're going to have that nice fresh hot meat. See if that will deal with our hunger. Very nearly, so I think we are going to go ahead and make the cooked cattail stalks. 6. Oh, holy crap, okay. That's going to take an hour to do though, that's the only issue. Let's just do 2 for now. And the fire is gone. And we'll have those cattail stalks. Okay, that dealt with our hunger for the time being. I'm wondering whether it's going to be better for us to go rock hunting or to go through some more of these bushes before the night ends. I think we're going to go through some of the bushes, just because there is a good chance that we can still find some pretty awesome things. So we're going to do that first. Okay, we found some rhubarb. Nice. Oh, we found some thread. Oh, okay, both good. Oh, no, that's a long string. Okay, well, the long string we can get even more resources from. So that is really cool. That is very, very cool. So we can break a long string down into a lot of thread, and then that thread we might even be able to turn to a rag, and that is well, I don't know if we'll be able to turn it into a rag right off the bat, but that is pretty good though. And rhubarb we are going to be able to cook. Let's start storing our food up there, just so I have a kind of visual of it for now. And that is still undercover, so move the cattail stalks up there as well. And the wild vegetables, and we should have the bird eggs, stomach, and all of those. Brilliant. And we'll just leave that clean water on us for now. We have started getting a little hungry again. It's unfortunate, but nothing we can do about that. And let's go exploring. Handful of acorns. Okay. Oh, nice. And hickory nuts. Okay. Good. We'll take them back. If we find single things, we will we'll just throw them. So the hickory nuts are a single thing, so we're going to go ahead and throw that back as far as we can to help improve our throwing. Okay, not bad. Decent distance. Okay. Nothing. And it's reminding us that we're not going to get anything from that. Our hands are getting quite chilly. Okay. Good to know. Getting towards the swamp now, where we have a little bit more visibility, so it'll warn us if there's anything terrible coming for us. So that's better than nothing. 2 bird's eggs and some wild vegetables. Okay. We'll take the bird's eggs, definitely. The vegetables are also good for us. Throw those eggs back, and we'll just go grab those veggies. Wow, that was a terrible throw. Oh, great. I forgot we had 2. My bad. That was, again, a terrible throw. How was the throwing going? 21. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to learn anything from archery and the rest for a while. Grab you. And can I grab you as well? Why dispose? That's so silly. I think the way you stack them is you drop them together and then you grab. Okay, yeah. So that's what we'll have to do with rocks. So an auto pickup wouldn't work for rocks. The sun looks like it is about to set. I'd like to go on a little bit of a rock hunt if we can, just before the night ends. Either that or go grab the cudgel. Yeah, well, we do have a rock there. If I can find a few other rocks, it will be worthwhile. Let's start to go down towards the water. Okay, there is another rock there, and we're dealing with snow, so we are going to be getting very, very cold now. Drop that on the ground, pick them up together. It's kind of silly, but I guess it works. Okay, so that's where the cudgel is. I think we're going to be okay without the cudgel. We'll take these rocks back for now. We were able to make a stone hammer, so I think we might try and do that during the night as well. Because the night time is our crafting time, and we can actually tell that we're tired, which I'm not surprised, because we didn't get a very good sleep last night, and it's probably not going to be very good again. Although it's gone to cloudy, it's not snowing anymore, so that's at least a little nice. Let's go ahead and chuck 2 sticks on the fire. go drop the rocks up the top there and grab that fire drill. Get that thing activated. Successfully lit a fire, brilliant. Go ahead and drop that over there. Let's have something to drink out of the glass bottle. Excellent. Okay, let's grab the hickory nuts. Drop those over there. So this is essentially when we want to do all of our crafting, all the crafting we can do. And I think we'll start off by trying to make sure that we're actually well fed. Cooked cattail stalks we can definitely do. I'm feeling like boiling the stomach might be okay, although it's still going to rot pretty soon. I don't want it to go to waste, so I'll think about what I want to do with that. Rhubarb stems we can make as well. For planting. Okay, alright. So we could plant some rhubarb nearby. That could be worth it, because then that means it's a relatively regular source of food that we're going to be able to have. We can till the earth with a digging stick just fine. So we might end up doing that. It might be something that we do during the night as well. It'd be nicer to do it during the day if it was warmer, but unfortunately it ain't. So let's go ahead and make the cooked cattail stalks for now. We're going to spend an hour doing that. Yeah, sure we are. Okay, so let's hope the fire does stick with us. There's no room, fantastic, so the fire is probably, nope, there is still some life in it yet. We'll go ahead and eat those first. Still hungry. Not much we can do about that, unfortunately. We have bones, so we're going to get crafting. We're going to go to other, oh, okay, we can make it now. Okay, so it was cooking that you needed to be able to make it. So we can make a stone pot. And with the stone pot, we can see that it's got boiling and it's got food cooking too. Yes, that is big for us. This has been a big day for us. I'm glad we grabbed those rocks now. It's going to take 20 minutes for us to do. Let's go ahead and make that. Now, what were we using to actually make the pot? I missed that then. I want to go back and have a look again for a second. We did use the long string. Okay, we used the long string, but I feel like that's worth it. You know, a stone pot is going to be an invaluable tool to us. It's going to mean that we can cook so much more. I mean, yeah, look, cook wild vegetables. We can cook them now. Yes, good. Okay. Among other things, we're going to be able to cook a whole heap of things in time. So that's a really, really good thing for us to have. Next up, let's go ahead. Hang on, let's see if we still got some. Yeah, badly burnt and burnt. We want to wait until one of them has burnt away before we chuck another one in there. Let's go ahead. Let's make the bone needle. It's only going to take us 20 minutes to do. Fantastic. It's now on that square. And let's go ahead and transfer some wood across. Like so. Bam. We're getting good at this. Slowly but surely. We can see that we can make a torch as well. So if we did have to go out exploring, we'd be able to, yeah, wheel that around. Okay, heading back to other. So we've got a bone needle now. I would like to make a stone hammer. It's going to take 5 minutes for us to do. It's going to take a decent amount of our plant fiber to be able to make it though. I think that's okay. I think that's right. It's going to be a tool that we're going to need to use for a decent while. It's going to help us out with construction in time. And good, we've got it now. We have a stone hammer as well. I don't think we're going to be able to build anything with that right off the bat. And having a look at this, I don't think there is anything else that we need immediately under that. So we're just going to go for everything else, see if there's anything interesting that we can do there. Doesn't look like there is. So that's kind of all that there is there for crafting right now. I might want to grab our digging stick and just see how long it takes us. Well, that's the problem, isn't it? I won't be able to know how long it takes to plow a section of the earth. And what I would what I would probably want to do is do it pretty close to us. So till soil is only going to take 9 minutes, so that's actually not that bad. Okay, we are starting to get frost nipped. So I just want to do a few squares just out the back here, and it's probably too, it's not the right kind of weather to plant, I'm assuming. But that's pretty close to our shelter. And now if we go back into here and we go to the vegetable stems, let's go ahead and make 3. It's going to take 15 minutes to be able to do that, and we should be able to grab those rhubarb stems. We've actually got 6 of them, and we'll go ahead and see. No, we can't plant them yet, so let's just drop them down next to it so that we can remember to plant it when it gets a little bit warmer. Let's check in on our temperature. Things aren't super great, even though we are right next to the fire. Ideally, what we want to try and work towards is having some form of rudimentary clothing. And unfortunately for a lot of it, it does require rags. Some of it just requires leather pieces or fur. So what I think we're probably going to be able to get easiest is the leather pieces. But to do that, we actually need to take down some much larger creatures, and it isn't super easy. Something else that we can do is collecting the withered plants. We are able to make a few things out of that. So withered plants is something that we just can't take for granted. I wonder if we can make, I don't think we can make anything straw yet. No, because I was hoping that we might be able to make a basket. No. So we don't have the ability to do any of that yet, but as you saw with cooking, all it took was for us to get level 1 in it before we were able to actually get things going. So probably what it is more than anything is its fabrication. Our fabrication is 0 right now, and that's what makes it really tough out here. For us to grind to that first level, it's going to be pretty difficult. But if we have a look in our skills, I wonder if we'll be able to see what actually uses fabrication in here. Mode, can I search from, oh okay, that just changes that there. So it is searching that we want to do. Search for skills. Okay, so how would I do skills then, for example? I'd do that. And then I would type fab? No? Okay, that's not exactly how we do it. Special prefixes for requirements. So if I just did skills like that, what comes up? Nothing. Okay. So I do have to type fabrication in. No, that doesn't work either. Examples. I know that's for searching for that. Special prefixes, search for qualities with Q. Components, qualities, tools. I guess maybe there's just nothing under fab. Well, actually, because search searches through everything, not just one category, so maybe we have to space, possibly. I am spelling fabrication right? Maybe not. Okay, well we can obviously just have a look through ourselves. Fabrication, obviously one of the main things. Oh no, tailoring. Yeah, so we've got a lot in there already under tailoring, but what is fabrication putting under primarily? Okay, we could make pebbles and make weapons. Pointy sticks, 2x swords, that's all fabrication. Making pebbles, that is also considered to be fabrication. So that is one way we can start to level that up. That's using 4 sticks to be able to do that. I don't know how much we'd actually get from that. The question is, can we disassemble it? That's what I want to know. I don't think we can disassemble that once we put it together, because usually what it will tell you is that it can be disassembled into X components. That is correct, right? Because disassembling this item takes about 5 minutes and it may yield this. So I don't see that under those there about disassembling, so I don't think we'll be able to. Usually when you're trying to improve your skills, you want to try and find things that you can make that you can just disassemble afterwards. Whereas a lot of these things we can't disassemble because they are, I guess, starting things and they don't want that to be abused, so there we go. If you can't find sharp rocks, apparently you can just make them, so that's interesting. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, well while we're out here, I mean, I'd like to see if we can have something else to eat. The fire should be doing fine. Okay, we can put another one in there now, apparently. Let's do that, get another one in. And because we're still hungry, I don't want to be going hungry, so we might as well actually try and cook up some more of the cat's tails. We can just do the one. It's going to take 18 minutes. That's fine. We'll go ahead and do that. We'll eat it, and then we might try and do some of the vegetables that we have. Okay, it's veggie time. Let's go across to food. We can make scrambled eggs. Oh, there we go. That's good. That's very good. 2 birds' eggs and just some water. Pretty decent. Not a bad meal. Be feeling pretty good after that. But we're going to go for the vegetables first because they are more perishable. And we'll make a whole heap of them because it's like, why not? We're here, we've got some fire. The fire is probably going to go out from this though because we're doing quite a bit of cooking. Oh, no. Okay, we did it. Fantastic. And we have a whole heap of wild vegetables that are nice and full. Brilliant. And let's have some water while we're here. There's some clean water on the grass. We can't do anything about that. We're full and we're slaked, which is just awesome. That's very, very cool. It's snowing outside. It's chilly. That's really, really sucky. I want to be able to do something about that, but unfortunately we can't. I'm wondering if there is anything else that we can put on our square that could be slightly warmer or could help warm us, but unfortunately there isn't anything here. So that's really not super great. We could just try and sleep now. It is nighttime. We've got we've got one on the fire. Let's go ahead and put a fresh one on, and we'll try and sleep as long as we can. We might not be able to because we might start getting sore, but we'll attempt to at the very least. Okay, the fire has gone out, so we're probably going to wake up before long. Okay, it's too cold again, so we know what we have to do. See, our stamina's out because it's so cold. It's actually physically hurting us. Go ahead, put 2 into it. And that'll give us a decent amount of time. Wield you, go ahead and activate, bam. The fire is lit. Okay, so I think with the fire pit we can probably just load it with a huge amount of wood and it will just keep on burning for a long time. I think. I'm not 100% on that, so I don't know whether or not it is the best idea in the world, but certainly not the worst idea. Okay, we're gonna try and go to sleep again. You're sleeping through the whole day. Okay. I had a heart attack for a second then. I don't know if you saw it, but we saw a wasp up here for like a split second. Well, you overslept, buddy. That's not good. But at the very least, we're safe for the time being. The fire is out. We're actually healed, which is great. We're unhappy, which I guess that's to be expected, considering the condition. But it should be a little bit warmer outside now because it's just cloudy. But that scared the crap out of me. Let's go get out of here. I want to go grab the cudgel among other things. You know what? Let's see if we can plant these. I don't know if we're going to be able to or not, though. No, it's still too cold. Okay, I'm not surprised. We're hungry and thirsty. Let's try and deal with a little bit of that if we can. We still have those cooked vegetables, so let's go ahead and eat them. And where the hell are you? Okay, yeah, no. We need to get out of the area. If you're going to be coming down here, that could be very, very bad for us. We've actually spotted you, so it's actually told us that we've. Have you seen us though? You're quite far away, so we might be okay. Let's have something to drink for the time being though. We still have some clean water. We're full and we're slaked, feeling good about life, and I think I'm going to want to try and at the very least, if we need to defend ourselves, we want to make sure we have the cudgel with us. So we're going to go back and grab that now, and also see what the hunting opportunities might be like down here. Cudgel, you are right down the very bottom. There you are, I can see you. I can see you, we found you, it's okay. That is making me more wary of the map and what's actually around us. Dust ducks, okay. Do we want to try and go for another beaver? I don't think we do. I think we want to try... Do we want to try? I think what we are going to need is to try and grab a decent stockpile of withered plants, but at the same time, we want to make sure that we are getting those rocks as well. And I think we are going to start doing this rock run. Just because if we can have a full fireplace there, it means that we aren't going to have to worry about burning our place down, and that's a big thing. It's a really big thing for me. We're going to drop the cudgel there for now because we are going to be running and picking up some rocks. We're probably going to have to try and go through the swamp to be able to start picking up a whole heap of them. So what's the best path through? It's probably right down the bottom. So we're going to head down the very, very bottom of the map. We will be running because we can. And we feel good. Like for the first time in a very long time, we feel good. We're still cold though, as you can see. He's still kind of gritting his teeth. And I don't blame him. I mean, the guy is not wearing very much at all. Well, he's wearing literally nothing, so. No thanks. No thanks. Where are you? Where are you? Okay, you're up the top. Oh, you bastards. I don't seem to be able to get away from you. Something that we might do though is if we do get attacked, we might jump into the ocean because we can swim. We've got a 2 in swimming. Yeah, we do. We have a 2 in swimming, and that's better than nothing. I think we've lost a bit of our. No, we still got our throwing skill. Our cooking is actually at 60%, so I feel like we're gonna have the chance to get that up. Okay. Yeah, you've seen us, haven't you? You're ignoring us right now. We're gonna run away. The cougar, that could actually give us a hide. That's almost worth running back to base. We've spotted the giant wasp, I know. We're gonna ignore it for now. Alright, stamina is gone, so let's start walking. We wanna go back to base to grab our cudgel, because that's definitely worth us spending the journey on, essentially. Let's start running again. Okay, I really hope that he hasn't come down. It will tell us if he has. Grab? No, we don't want to grab. We want to grab the cudgel. Well, we do want to grab, but we don't want to physically grab. Okay. We are still running, so we want to run all the way down there. It's a bit risky running like this, because obviously if you run out of stamina, then you can kind of be screwed, so we'll stop and we'll start walking. Okay. We're upset about things, but that's fine. Okay, we spotted the wasp again. Where are you hanging out now? You're all the way over there. So you're still a decent distance away from us. You're chasing something over there. Where's the cougar? Okay, cougar's down there. That's actually good. We want it to be away from the wasp, because we want the cougar to come for us. But this is a dangerous encounter. It's definitely not to be taken lightly. Now, we do have animal empathy, so I guess animals are a little bit more friendlier around us. As we can see, the cougar is actually ignoring us right now, but I feel like if we get close enough, we might want to try and yell at it. Oh, that actually scared it off. Wow, that really scared it off. It's gone. It's very, very fast. Okay, so, well, I guess while we're out here, we'll see if we are able to hunt it, but with it leaping all over the place like that, it's not a very easy thing for us to deal with. Crap. Okay, well, if a cougar does come for us, or if a wolf does come for us, maybe we can yell, and we might be able to get something out of that. Okay, so the raccoon, I'm willing to just... shall we straight up attack it? I mean, they can do damage to us. Okay, we try to fight it. It is ignoring us right now, because it's just like, no, you're not going to hit me, are you? And apparently we're not. But we should be increasing our bash by do this. We're at 69% bashing. What's that put at us now? 73? Yeah, we're getting better at bashing. And there is a rock there. Okay, we spotted a coyote. I keep on thinking it's a coyote, but it's a cougar. Okay. Come on. Oh, the raccoon is fighting back. Come on. Jeepers, this has taken a while. Okay, we actually got bashing weapons up to 1. So we should be a little bit better at hitting now. And we finally get the raccoon. Okay, so how far... Oh, there's a deer. I know we just got the raccoon, but if we can get the deer, that is pretty much a guarantee. The cougar's spitter zombie. That's the very first zombie we've seen. The very first zombie that I think... okay, the cougar might be coming for us now. No, it's tracking, so it is coming for us. But that is the first zombie that Leif has seen. I think maybe he doesn't see the cougar at first because his eyes are drawn to the zombie. Not only just the zombie, but there's also a Rycon over there. This is very, very good for us. This is very, very good. Obviously, because there's cloves. There are cloves, and that's a massive, massive, massive deal for us. That is huge. I was not anticipating finding anything like this out here. But we have cloves out here. Not just any cloves, but oh good, that's so good. Now we can't read that book. There's a lighter there. Okay. This is good. This is definitely good. I wasn't anticipating finding anything like this for a very, 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 very long time, but we have found it now. In saying this, it won't affect the playthrough in a massive way other than the fact that it will just help us stay alive because we're able to wear those things. We're still going to need to build a lot of our own stuff. Obviously, our own protection, our own shelter. We're not going to be able to find any of that stuff out here. Not for a very, very very, very far away from us. But with this, we're going to be able to, you know, butcher a lot of these things to get rags back from them. And I think that's probably what we're going to do more than... We're going to wear some of them to start off with, but I think we're probably going to break down most of them because they are so bad to start with and use them to create new things. So we are still going to be building a lot of things, but obviously we'd need to deal with them first. So we've got a spitter and a Rycon. And, well... While I imagine that Leif was very shocked to see them, we're going to try and back up down here because this cougar is potentially going to come for us. Are you or are you not? I need you to make up your mind, my friend. The deer we have lost. I don't think we're going to see that deer again. But what I'm going to do is that cougar... I was just going to say that cougar isn't interested in us and he just freaking dove at us. I was just going to, literally just that second, I was going to drop down our cudgel. I was going to drop it on the ground. Alright, you're coming for us, aren't you? Oh, okay, we quickly struck it. Let's just keep on dancing around this. We're going to see if we can get it on the bush. Come on, cougar. Come on, cougar. Yeah, it's just staying tracking right now. Come on, you bastard. I don't think we're going to be able to leave this area without dealing with this cougar first. Come on. We're going to hang around these bushes because we can use those to help us out. Almost want to try and throw a rock at it. Let's grab the rock. Grab you. Did that piss you off enough? I'm afraid of shouting at it because I think we're just going to scare it off. Come on. Where are you going? You started something, we need to finish this. I'm very nervous about fighting it just out in the open field like this, but at the same time, we're gonna start moving in on it. Oh, okay, we hit it a little bit better then. It's lightly injured. Okay, we'll stand our ground. Okay, we hit it again, another quick strike, that's good. Oh, okay. Is it trying to hit us? It isn't really yet. We aren't super motivated, as you can see. We're like, what's the point of fighting? But the cougar is heavily injured. We're going to start moving towards it again. We just need to watch out for when it leaps in and attacks us. And it's also leading us a little bit further away. Come on. Come on. It's actually not as necessary for us to kill this now. We're actually probably... Yeah, we're going to let that go. We're going to let it go. Or are you coming back? You haven't been able to make up your mind. Okay, the spitter is going for it, I think. So we need to just run away. Because we don't want to be dealing with them. But those bodies, we definitely want to try and get. So we might be able to try and come back here during the night. Yeah, okay, that spitter is... that is going to be an issue. Okay, at the very least we can grab the raccoon. We can take the raccoon back with us. Does mean that we're going to have to leave our cudgel here. And that makes me a little nervous doing that. But I'm confident that we're going to be able to make it back. So let's try. Giant wasp, where am I seeing you? Where am I seeing you now? Oh, we're gonna... Oh, you're gonna block our way, aren't you? You bastard. Okay. We're not in a great place. We're kind of in between a rock and a hard place right now. The deer down there, I would prefer over this raccoon, definitely. But in saying that, that giant wasp is definitely an issue, and it's just kind of just floating around there. So, if anything, we might have to take a swim, and that won't be easy. But guys and gals, that is going to be in the next episode. Thank you all for joining me for this one. We made some massive strides today with Leif, and finding those bodies out there, that is a really big deal, because at the end of the day, yep, sure, there are things that have been produced en masse by humans, but this is survival, and the whole idea behind this was to survive off everything that we could find around us, and well, we're lucky enough to find those things. Now, there are no cities, you know, there's nothing around. We're in the wilderness, so the fact that we've been able to find that, we're very, very lucky to find that. So that gives us a chance to build towards a better future. We are going to try and get those things, and apparently there is actually a horde up there as well, so we need to be very, very cautious in the next. Please do join me then though. I've been Rycon, you have all been awesome, and until then, stay tuned.